Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Z Learning English. The chapter name is His First Flight by Liam O'Flaherty. Liam O'Flaherty was an Irish novelist and short story writer, and one of the foremost socialist writers in the first part of the 20th century, writing about the common people's experience and from their perspective. Now, let's move to the story His First Flight. The story is about the first flight of a baby seagull. His brothers and sisters have learned to fly, but he is afraid to let go of the ledge. His mother and father come around calling him and threatening him starve on the ledge unless he flies. And his siblings make fun of him, but he still cannot gear up the courage to take his first flight. Let's move to the line by line explanation. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and his sisters had already flown away the day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. The great expanse of the sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would not support him. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Here, our baby seagull, the young seagull, was alone on his ledge. Ledge means cliff. His two brothers and his sisters had already learned to fly. The young seagull was afraid to fly because of the long stretch and depth of the sea. He thought that his wings will not support him, so he ran back to the hole on the ledge. Even when each of his brothers and little sisters, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings, and flew away, he failed to muster up the courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. But for the life of him he could not move. The word flap means to move wings up and down, and muster up means gather, plunge means dive, and desperate means a great need or desire. And shrilly means with a high pitched and piercing voice or sound, and upbraiding means scold. The young seagull failed to gather up courage to fly. His father scolded him, and his mother screamed at him, and his siblings make fun of him, but he still cannot gear up the courage to take his first flight. His parents threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away, but for the life of him he could not move. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. He had, in fact, seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on the rock while his parents circled around, raising a proud cackle. And all the morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. The word skim means moving lightly over the area or surface, and dive means quick and sudden downward movement. Herring means a kind of fish, deer means eat at a great speed, and cackle means laugh in a loud, harsh way. Cowardice, lack of bravery. Now he had been alone for a day after he tried because his parents were busy focusing on his siblings. They helped his siblings master the art of flying and diving for food. His older siblings even caught his first fish which he proudly ate at rock while his parents celebrated it. That morning his parents taunted him all the way for being a coward. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. Almost 24 hours passed. The young seagull could not tolerate the hunger, and he was empty stomach since the night before. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge, and standing on the ledge with the other leg hidden under his wing, he closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep. Still, they took no notice of him. He saw his two brothers and his sisters lying on the plateau, dozing with their head sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. He was standing on the little high hump on the plateau. Now the young seagull moved closer to the ledge and pretended to fall asleep, but nobody takes notice of him. He watched his two brothers and his sisters were sleeping, and his father were cleaning his feathers on his white back. The word dozing means sleeping lightly, preening means smoothing feathers with beak, scraped, rubbed. Now and again she tore at the piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. The word madden means made mad, wet means to increase interest in it. Only his mother noticed him. She was standing high on the plateau with a fish. As the young seagull saw the food, he felt more hungry. Caw, 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 he cried, begging her to bring him some food. Caw, loaf, she screamed back derisively, but he kept calling plaintively, and after a minute or so he uttered a joyful scream. His mother had picked up a piece of fish and was flying across to him with it. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. Realizing his madness for the food, his mother tried to tempt him with a piece of fish. Initially, she tore the fish in the manner the young seagull loved to eat. This sight maddened the young seagull. Then the mother flew nearer to him, which filled the young seagull with joy. However, the mother stopped near the edge of the ledge. Out of excitement and hunger, the young seagull ran towards the mother and dived for the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outward and downwards into space. Then a monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment he felt his wings spread outward. The wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was not falling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. He got so excited that he fell as soon as he tried. For a moment he was in shock and stood still out of terror. All this lasted only for a moment, and soon his feathers opened as he flied. He could feel the wings against his breast feathers, stomach, and his wings. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings once and soared upward. Caw, caw, caw. His mother swooped past him. Her wings made him loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him, screaming. He saw his two brothers and his sisters flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. He was not afraid any more. He was just a bit nervous, but then His mother accompanied him. The whole family screamed out of excitement, thus celebrating his victory over fear. The word dizzy means confused, swooped means pounced, curvetting means moving with an action resembling a horse leap. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly, and commanded himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking shrilly. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing straight out over the ocean. He saw vast green sea beneath him, with little ridges moving over it, and turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. The word shrieky means making high-pitched piercing cry or sound. Shrilly, loudly and forcefully. Ridges along narrow hilltop mountain range. Cawed means utter a caw. Once he overcame his fear, he forgot that he was once afraid of it. He did all those things he once feared. He flew straight over the sea and could see the greenery and the mountains beneath him. He screamed out of joy as he enjoyed the victory. His parents and his brothers and sisters had landed on his green flooring ahead of him. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was tired and weak with hunger and he could not rise. Soon his parents, brothers, and sisters flew around him. When all the family members landed on the green sea, they called the young seagull to be with them. They were screaming and shouting in excitement in their high pitched voices. He then went into the sea, where at first he got scared and thus panicked. He tried escaping but got tired and weakened because of hunger. His feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it and sank no further. He was floating on it, and around him his family were screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scrap of dogfish. He had made his first flight. The young seagull landed on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He tries to fly again, but he was tired and weak with hunger. Finally, his feet sank into the green sea. His belly touched it, and he was floating on it. The family members praised him and offered him the piece of dogfish as he had made his first flight. Okay, thank you. See you in the next class.